Dear learners, how are you? Today we are going to solve 41 to 50. So this is going to be our tutorial number 5 from Mentor Mathematics. Those of you still couldn't download this PDF file, please check my description box of this video and you will find a link, a Google Drive link, so you can download all necessary documents, all necessary PDFs. Also, I like to invite you to join my Telegram channel because I post some scholarship information or latest update there. So if you join in my Telegram channel, you will find updated information. Let's start today. So this is our first problem 41. Let A be the set of positive odd or prime integers. Then it is true that 12 belongs to A, 98 belongs to A. Okay, let's find out what 12 means. Okay, so A is a set and the value of this set could be either positive odd, that means 1, 2, 3, not 4 because 4 is not odd numbers, 5, not 6, or prime integers. So prime integers like 7, 11, 13, like that. Now we have to find the answer. So here we can see 12 belongs to A. 12 is actually an even number, so this is not the answer. 98 also an even number. 13 is prime, but here not belongs to, that's not true. It actually belongs to A. 2 belongs to A, that's correct. 3 not belongs to A, not correct. So our correct answer is D. The equation square root x square minus x equal to 0 is satisfied. So this is very simple mathematics, very simple questions, but tricky, so you have to be careful. Let's take a look on the options. Solo per x equal to -1. This solo means actually only, and per is 4. So when x equal to -1, is that equation or equality satisfied? We have to find out. Only for x greater than equal 0, only for x equal to 0, only for x equal to 1, per only valore reality x. This means actually only means every value real number of x. So we have to find out the answer. Let's write the equation one more time. Square root of x square minus x equal to 0. Let's take a look. We can write here root x square minus equal to x. Just we change the side, we keep the x from left hand side to right hand side. Some of you will do a mistake. For example, you will try to write like this, that x minus x equal to 0, x equal to x. So you will try to solve like this, but remember actually this is the wrong way, because the square here change negative value to positive 1, so we cannot directly just think this way. So yeah, be careful about that. Now when x square equal to 0, x equal to 0, what would be the left hand side of this value? This is the left hand side, right? And this is the right hand side. So when x equal to 0, left hand side and right hand side are same, and x equal to 1, it also gives us the left hand side and right hand side same. How about 8? 8 also gives us the same value, 8 and 8, right? But if we change to negative values, for example -1, then take a look here, -1 whole square, and it has the square, So first, this negative sign actually vanished because of this square sign, and then it becomes positive, but here it remained -1. Similarly, here it remains positive, but it becomes positive, but it remains negative. Therefore, we can see only for negative numbers our equation square root square equal to x not satisfied, but positive including 0 is satisfied. Therefore, we can write that when x greater than or equal to 0, in that case our given equation is correct. Therefore, our answer is B, solo per x greater than 0. This is our answer. Next, move to next questions. Which of the following equality is true for any real numbers x and y? Okay, so left hand side are the same. We have to just find out what is the correct simplification of the left hand side. Okay, let's do it. So this is basically exponential mathematics. We have to follow this exponential formula. So this is the given term 3x plus y dot 3x minus y, and as it has dot sign here, we can simply write according to this exponential equation. When exponential base is a, so a power x dot a power y, we can write a power x plus y. Therefore, simply here the power of 3 is x plus y dot power of 3 is x minus y. Remember, the 3 or base should be the same. In that case, we can apply this formula. So 3x plus y plus x minus y. From here we can cancel out this term. Okay, it becomes 3 twice x. Now take a look on the equation. On the equation 3x square 3x square minus y square, this cannot be. Okay, this is also not possible, too far from our 3 twice x. Also not this one. Seems B and D could be the answer, but take a closer look. 3x whole square, 3x whole square means actually the same 3x. Okay, but this one it's not the same, because this square this 2 actually is square of x, not the 3. Therefore D cannot be answer. We can simplify 3 to x to 3x whole square, or we can even write 3 to power x. That's also correct. Okay, so our option is B. Next questions, let's move on. This is our question number 44. In the Cartesian plane, how many points x, y satisfy all three of the following conditions? How many points x, y satisfy all three of the following conditions? So we have three conditions. Conditions number 1, condition number 2, condition number 3. We have to find out how many points. It could be 2, 3, infinity, or not a single point. We have to find out the answer. So let's take a look on the options here. Uno means 1, due 2, infinity, infinity. Nessuno is actually 0 or none. Quattro, 4. Okay, we have to find out that. Okay, so I have written already the equations. These are the equations, 3 equalities and inequalities given. So like, we'll not go with traditional way to solve this. We'll just think how we can solve it. Let's think how many points are satisfied by this equation. For example, if we consider individually, in case of equation 1, we can see it's given x plus y whole square equal to 1. So the x plus y, two variable whose summation is a square. That means the summation of xy, either positive or negative, at the end becomes positive because of this square. So this summation always should be 1. How many ways we can get that? If x equal to 0 and y equal to -1, we get summation -1 and its whole square gives us 1, right? This is the one way, and we can exchange the value of xy. This also will give us 1. Similar way, we can test it for +1, 0 or 0, 1. This also perfectly align with the equation given here. And another way, if the difference between xy, like algebraic summation of x and y, is either positive or -1, then also this equation satisfied. For example, here 1, -2, their summation is -1. 2, -1, their summation is +1. So these cases also equation is true. So we can write a similar a general equation like this. You should not actually go until this, or you should not understand this. This is not important, just for understanding. Okay, now take a look on second option, second equation. In this particular case, x has a power 2 plus y has a power 2 equal to 1. In this case, how many points are okay with this equation? We can simply say the see, the value constant is 1. Therefore we will only get 1 when our either x or y is 1 and others are 0. So this case will give us 1, 1, 0 also give us 1, -1, 0 and 0 minus 1. Out of these 4 numbers, you will never find a different coordinates which will be satisfied by this equation. We can move on to our next equation. In this case, x plus y less than equal 0. So remember, the summation of x plus y can be 0 or can be negative. So can be 0 when both are 0, this case, right? And can be negative, it doesn't matter how far it is, it can be, yeah. So this has a unlimited number of points. For example, 0, -1, in case of this, its value is -1, -1, 0 give us -1, -1, 1, -1 plus 1 also gives 0, -5, +5 also gives 0, or we can think simply -100, 0. This also a satisfied point for this equation, because this gives us a negative number which is satisfied by the equation. Therefore we have to find out the common points, okay, because we have to find out a points or a group of points by which all 3 equalities or inequalities are satisfied. So we have only 4 for equation or equality 2. So let's check whether others also have this. 0, 1, we can consider this one first. 0, 1 doesn't have in case of equation 3, therefore it cannot be answer. 1, 0, same way, it cannot be answer. Only -1, 0, -1, we can find them for all 3 equation. So the correct answer is 2. We can go here, the 2, this is our answer. I hope you understand. Please let me know in comment section. If you do not understand, I will write you in case you have any problem. Let's move on to our next problem. The solution of trigonometric equation. So what is the equation? Sine x equal to 1 by sine x. So it seems very easy. Let's take a look. The options. Options A, x equal to pi by 2 plus k pi. Per means for, I already told you. Oni means every. Valore, value. Intero, integers of k. So every integer's value of k, for k, the solution of x equal to pi by 2 plus k pi. Other options are nesuna means no value, x equal to k pi by 2, x equal to 3 pi by 2 plus 2k pi. Anyway, we'll find out the answer. So let's move on to our solution. Okay. So sin x equal to 1 by sin x. This is the equation given, and simply we can multiply sin x by sin x, and also right hand side we can multiply sin x, and left hand side also we can multiply sin x. Then it becomes sin square, and this side we can cancel out sin x, it remains 1. So here we can write sin x equal to plus minus 1. Okay, that means we have to find out what is the value of x which will give us plus minus 1 of sin x. So it's very simple. We know sine 90 degree gives us 1, or sine 270 degree gives us negative 1. But as you know that for a circular geometry there are repetitive numbers, repetitive angles, so let's find out them. Okay, let's find out how many angle we can figure out, or we can obtain, for which we can get plus and minus of sin x, plus and minus 1. So we can think like for 90 degree, like this is our x-axis of a Cartesian coordinate. So for 90 degree, this is the 90 degree angle, we get sine x equal to, or we can simply write sine 90 degree equal to positive 1. If we increase the angle, then for 180 it becomes 0. If we increase 90 degree by pi, or if we rotate anti-clockwise, 270 degree in total, or we can say 90 degree plus pi, then sine 270 gives us negative 1. Again, if we rotate here 2 pi, this is 2 pi, right, gives us 0 again. Or if we increase pi with 270, or 2 pi with 90 degree, then it gives us again positive 1. So we'll keep getting this value again and again with increasing the angle. So there is a relation, right? There we can have a relationship with 90 degree, and that is simply 90 degree plus okay, I will show you in later sentence. I already written that, but here take a look. For 0 degree, value of sin x is 0. Then at 90 degree it becomes positive 1. Then again keep decreasing, and 180 degree it becomes again 0. Then it keep going negative. At 270 it becomes negative 1. Then again it becomes 0 at 2 pi. Then again we get positive 1 at 2 pi plus 90 degree, right? So this is actually the graph of sin x. This is not important, just for understanding. To solve this problem is very easy if you have the basics, but I am telling you in details so that you can understand, because this video is for all who are expert and who are basic in the mathematics. Okay, so we have to actually get this angle. Okay, this is 90°, this is 270, and here we have to find out this. So simply we can write sin x equal to sin pi by 2, sin pi by 2 plus pi, sin pi by 2 plus 2 pi. For all this situation gives us, for example, this case positive 1, then this is actually 90° plus pi, as I already shown you in the graph. This gives us -1. Always we'll get -1 with the negative y-axis, and always we'll get +1 positive y. So this will give us again +1, and simply we can opt out sine from both sides. So x equal to pi by 2 or pi by 2 plus pi, pi by 2 plus 2 pi, keep going. So we can simply write pi by 2 plus k pi, and value of k is 0, 1, 2, etc. Therefore our answer is option A, x equal to pi by 2 plus k pi per ogni valore intero di k. This is our answer. I hope you understand. Let's move on to our next questions. 46. In 46, it is told that let Q be a square with side L. Okay, so Q is an square which has side length L. C1 the circumcircle of Q. So C1 is a circumcircle. That means a circle is drawn outside of this square. The circumference actually touches the corner of the square. So this is our Q. Then C2, the incircle of Q. Another circle or circumference which is drawn or inscribed inside the square Q. This is C1, this is C2. The ratio between the area of the surface of C1 and the area of the surface of C2 is, we have to find out the ratio of area. So area of C1 divided by area of C2 equal to what? Ratio between the area of the surface C1 and the area of the surface C2 is okay. So let's find out the answer. Okay, so let's consider the center is C and side length we know L. If we draw a line perpendicular on the side length like this, then it becomes the radius of incircle of C2. This is C1, this is C2. So this side length is L, and if side length is L, then this radius of incircle becomes L by 2. Also this particular distance becomes L by 2. Okay, so if we know the radius, in that case we can simply C1, C2, we can know the area of C2, that is pi r square, right? R2 square, and R2 equal to L by 2, R1 square. But we do not know R1. In that case we can simply connect C and this corner, let's say it's A, and But in this problem we do not know AC. In that case we have to find out the AC. It's very simple. We know this is 90 degree angle. So if it is 90 degree, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So if we want to get AC or R2, we can apply Pythagoras application. R2 square equal to L by 2 whole square plus L by 2 whole square, because both radius and the half side is L by 2. Therefore R2 equal to square root L square 4 plus L square 4. Then it gives us 4 2L square then we can write L by root 2. This is the value of R2. Okay, now we can simply do the calculation. Pi r1 square, so pi and pi we can cancel out, this pi and pi. R1 equal to L by root 2 whole square and R2 L by 2 whole square. So L square from both sides, from up it becomes 2 and from, okay, so from ups and downs we can cancel L square, therefore it remains half and 4, 2. So our answer is 2, option B. Okay dear learners, so let B an isosceles right angle, then the sum of the cosine of interior angles of T is equal to, so isosceles right angle. So what is isosceles? Isosceles means the base and height would be the same. For example, the base is x and height would be also x. Okay, and this is a right angle triangle, that means this could be 90 degree, this would be 90 degree, and we do not know this distance, but we can simply find out by the Pythagoras application. But we know from the isosceles right angle triangle, we know the properties, like these two angles would be 45 degree and 45 degree. Okay, so we have to find out the sum of the cosines. That means cos 90 degree plus cos 45 plus cos 45. So cos 90 degree value 0, cos 45 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. I always suggest you to memorize the table. We know the table, like sin x and cos x, 0, 45, 30, 60, 90. Always remember this table. If you remember, it's easy, but it doesn't mean that you have to memorize. You can find out other way too, like sin x 0, 1 by, okay, I skip maybe 30 degree, doesn't matter, 1 by root 2. Oh, I wrote here, I just wrote 30 degree, 45 degree, then it becomes 2, 1 by root 2, sin 60, root 3 by 2, 0, 1, and cos x, it would be just reverse, 1 by 1, root 3 by 2, then 1 by root 2 is the same, half and 0. So cos x actually 1 by root 2. So if we sum these two values, then it becomes root 2 and 2. Then we can simplify. 2 becomes root 2, denominator root 2. We can cancel out root 2 from numerator and denominator. then root 2 is our answer, option E. But in case you forget the value of cos 45, I know it's easy, but in some cases it may happen, or maybe you have to find out another complex ratio. In that case, you can simply apply the basic equation, like this is 90 and this is r, this x, this also x, as it is isosceles angle, and we know cos theta, or cos 45 degree in this case, this is 45 degree. So cos 45 degree equal to base divided by hypotenuse r, right? We know the x, but hypotenuse r, we can find a relation based with x. How we can do that? Just applying Pythagoras application. For example, AC or r equal to, we can write a square root x square plus x square. It gives us r equal to, gives us root 2x, right? So we can just simply write that root 2x, then it becomes 1 by root 2. So this is value of 45 degree angle of cosine. Therefore we can just calculate. Okay, let's move on to our next problem. This is 48. Form a point P outside of a circle with center O and a radius of 1 centimeter. Tangents are drawn to the circle intersecting it at points A and B. The area of the polygon PAOB is root 3 centimeter square if the distance from P to O is, okay, so like form a point P outside of a circle. That means there is a point and a circle. So this is the point P, and we can draw a circle, for example, like this. Oh, it becomes love. Anyway, we want to draw a circle. So circle has a center C, a center O, a radius 1 centimeter. It has a radius of 1 centimeter. Tangents are drawn. From P, we can draw tangents like this way. So there are two tangents, right? Always two tangents to the circle. Intersections at point A and B. The area of the polygon PAOB. So PAO and B, we have to find out. Okay, this area is given. Area of PAOB is given root 3 centimeter square. If the distance from P to O is, okay, then we have to find out the distance of PO. For what distance we'll have the area of PAOB is root 3. So let's find out. Okay, this is our I wrote it once again. So it's given that distance is root 3 centimeter square. All right, that means we can simply write area of PAO, half of it, like PA and O, that means this area would be half of root 3. So we can simply write root 3 by 2. Now from the properties of tangent from a point which is located outside of a circle, we always know, if we draw a line from center to that tangent point, then this angle becomes 90 degree. Tangent's angle becomes 90 degree. So if it is 90 degree, so it's very simple to find out the distance, because this is then hypotenuse and OA is the base and AP is the height, right? So height distance, base we know 1 centimeter, height we do not know, but we know the area, and also PO we do not know. So let's take a look how we can do. So we consider PAO, the triangle, and it has the area √3/2. So half base into height equal to √3/2. From this equation we can simply calculate the age. So height is given √3/2, but we have to find out the distance of PO, right? In that case we can simply apply Pythagoras application once again. So Pythagoras PO square equal to AO square plus height AP square. So AP means ACE, which we got √3 square, plus AO is 1 centimeter square, and PO or OP square. So OP equal to PO equal to square root 4. So 2. So we got the distance of OP is 2. So this is our answer, B. Okay, so let's move on to our next questions, that is 49, and that's gonna be our last two questions. One of the set of solution to the inequality x plus 3 divided by x plus 1 greater than equal to. So we have to find out the solution. This problem comes from inequality chapter. Okay, so we can simply do it. This is the given inequality. We can change, we can bring x plus 1 to the right hand side and then multiply by 2. It gives us like that. Then simply we can change the variable to one side. In this case, to x I bring left hand side, and 3 constant term I bring right hand side. Then it becomes minus x greater than equal to minus 1. We multiply by -1, we multiply both sides. So whenever we multiply by -1, the sign will be opposite. Remember it, because -5 is less than -4. But if we change the sign, 5 less than 4, is this correct? No. Now 4 becomes less. So you have to change the inequality. 5 is actually greater than 4. So we can simply write -1 x and minus -1 less than equal x less than equal 1. We can like this way, but one thing here, from this inequality, take a look here, x cannot be -1. If it becomes -1, then this denominator gives us value of 0. So if it is 0, something divided by 0 actually infinity. Therefore we can't find any okay, let's take options first, then we'll decide about it. Yes, infinity. So we can't include this value only for x value of x cannot be -1. So therefore we can rearrange, we can write again -1 less than x greater than 1. So this is our final answer. We'll go to the options, and option E is our correct answer. Our last problem today. Okay, okay, so for 0 less than equal x less than equal pi by 2, the equation √3 sin square x plus root 3 cos square x minus 2 sin x equal to 0 has solution. That means has a solution. Okay, it's very simple. Just we have to input the value from this. Just input this value and calculate, then we'll get the correct answer. So once again this table is important. So in case of cos x, we get 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, half, and 0. Now we can just simply input the value. For example, in case of option A, it gives us root 60 degree. That means sine 60 degree has value of root 3 by 2. Cos 60 degree has half. Sine x, sine 60 degree has root 3 by 2, but it will not give us most probably the correct answer. How about 0? Let's check with 0. Sine 0 means 0 plus cos 0 means 1. So in this case we'll get root 3 minus 2 0 into 0. So this is not 0. This is option D. We can just cancel out. Let's try with 90 degree. Sine 90 degree is 1. Then we can get root 3 cos 90 degree 0 minus 2 not equal to 0. So therefore option E also not possible. Let's check C. In case of C, root 3 sine 45 degree has a value of 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 square, that means half. Root 3 cos square x, cos 45 degree also same, so it gives us half. Negative 2 sin x, that means sine 45 degree 1 by root 2. So let's calculate these two terms. If we sum, then we get 2 root 3, then we can cancel out 2, and negative root 2. So it's actually not giving us 0. Therefore option C also not possible. Option B, let's check option B. In case of option B, it is 30 degree. So root 3 pi by 6 half, so it gives us 1 by 4 plus root 3 cos 30 degree gives us root 3 by 2, and it has a square, so 3 by 4 minus 2 sin x, that means half. Let's see how much we can get from here. So 4, here root 3 plus 3 root 3 minus 1. So root 3 we can common, then here it's 4 and 4 cancel out, minus 1 not equal to 0. Option B also not possible. That means option A is the answer. We could do initially when we started, but we skip this. Yeah, option A is the answer. Okay, dear friends, we have completed today. I hope you enjoyed. In future we'll try to cover more problems from 51 to rest of the problems. From in this particular materials there are 90 questions, so I will try to make more 4 tutorials. Each tutorial will have 10 questions. Please like and comment your opinion, or if you have any questions, share with your friends. And of course, please subscribe my channel, it's very important. And last but not least, I would suggest you to join my Telegram channel once again, because I always post important information there. So you will have information about different scholarship. It could be in Italy or other European countries. Even I post sometimes information regarding other Asian countries. So please join the Telegram channel and let me know if you have any questions. So thank you all. See you again.